Yeah. All right. So question 2, man, if you are on a team, man, you know, I'm a team leader. I've had people grow off my team. You know, at what point, in your opinion, does an agent need to sit back and say, yeah, I want to, it's time for me to jump, versus what's a good time versus, you know, I know the bad times when I've seen agents leave because they had a good quarter and then they think they can take it and run, but you know, they drop the ball as soon as they get off the team and lose all the support and everything. So, so in your opinion, what's fair for a team member, and when should they be thinking about that?
The first thing, you know, and I'm sensitive to this, having built lots of teams and helped people, you know, coach people building a lot of teams, you know, that you really want to be, you know, in complete alignment with, you know, with whatever the team or the opportunity is that you have. And, you know, I would be asking questions. What's my opportunity here? And, you know, if I'm continuing, especially if you're having a lot of success and you're on a team, you know, if I continue, what's my opportunity look like if I was to stay? And that's where, unfortunately, a lot of times there's not really an answer for that. And if it looks like you're going to be, you know, a buyer's agent for the rest of your life, and there's no incentive for you know, teaching you how to learn the listing side of the business, and you're kind of pigeonholed into, you know, even the best of the best in the world that I've seen, buyer agents, you can only do so many deals and you burn out. Like, I mean, you might do 6 or 8 deals a month for 3 months in a row, and then boom, you know, like you're gone for a month, and it's like, I'm not even answering my phone. So like, you know, if you become really successful and just kind of doing the buy side, you know, at some point, you know, we all built our businesses, and I'm speaking to those of you who are on teams, you know, we all built our businesses by focusing on the listing side of the business. And we got so busy with being successful on the listing side that, you know, it created more buyer opportunities than we had time to go show houses and you know, help all of the buyers that we were attracting through all the listings we were taking. I think for the most part, that's more or less the business model, you know, as you build a team. And so, you know, if there's no opportunity for you to go out and learn the business and become a listing agent, or learn the skills that you need in order to you'll be able to acquire customers on your own, then there's no alignment there. Then I would start to look at, the next thing I would look at is, again, the same thing that, you know, for the first question, which is what percentage of the business was company generated and how much of my income does that represent? And what percentage of the business was agent generated, meaning it was generated by you. And then look at, you know, you got to take everything into consideration, because, you know, I've had more people that have left, you know, my teams or left teams in the past prematurely, in some cases where you don't realize how much of the support and the systems and how much of that time that you were spent actually prospecting and working with clients that it robs you of when you try to go out on your own. And so, you know, we a lot of times just do the math that, you know, if you're on a team and you're like, well, okay, I did 3 deals this month, and you know, I made, you know, whatever the number is, let's say it was, you know, I made $15,000 of $30,000. I could just go do a deal and a half and make the same amount of money. So why wouldn't I just go do that, right? Like, it seems real simple math, right? But it's not real simple math. You know, the amount of time, effort, and energy to create the marketing and buy the technology and the systems and processes and all of the things that it takes for you to be able to just do what I kind of call that the hands in mouth, which is, you know, what we've kind of leveraged with our teams is, you know, the dentist makes their money when their hands are in your mouth. And so, you know, that's their business model. You go into the dentist's office, they're not, you know, following up and scheduling appointments, and they're not, you know, cleaning the tools. And at the end of the day, they're not being, you know, coming in and doing the setup and all of those things. And primarily as an agent on a team, you're probably doing more hands in mouth activity, the higher dollar productive activity, where you're face to face with clients all day, or you should be, you know, following up with those potential customers. You know, there's a transition there where you're learning new skills that you didn't know you had to learn, that you got to be careful of, I think, and just be aware of, and kind of know that you're making a transition into going the business, you know, on your own. And if you're acquiring customers on your own, and if that number, in my opinion, is 50% of your business came from business you brought to the table, then, you know, you already know that you're probably leaving. You know, it's just a matter of kind of making that decision and making sure you're kind of aligned with someone to help you be successful. I think so. I don't know if that that's how I see it, anyways, Matt. I don't know you might have some feedback. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Once you start seeing the business, here's the deal. Assuming a 50-50 split, right, or a 60-40 split to the team member, my opinion would be, once you start generating half the business, it's time to start looking elsewhere. Or, having that conversation with the team leader. Hey, man, I brought in half the deals this year. Are you willing to make a change? Because, the answer is that team member isn't going to jump off and do the same amount of deals, right? If they're doing 20 deals a year, they're going to drop to 10 to 15. So if the team can still support you by, closing your transactions, doing all your paperwork, providing the marketing and stuff like that, and doesn't overpower you by saying, no, every piece of branding has to have me before you and, all that stuff. Definitely, consider staying as long as the split's above that 60% number. And luckily at my new company here at EXP, I'm able to adjust my split to as people grow to show them the benefit of keeping us, for the processing. And, we're kind of creating an A and a B team, those people who need less from us, but want a processor, but can't afford it, because it's not simple to say, hey, I got somebody sitting in my office 20 hours a week. What are they going to do? With 3 deals a month, you don't have enough work. So that bogs you down. But yeah, I agree with everything you said there. So I guess next question, let's say the average agent sold, 15 homes or so. I guess